Hi Pisces, welcome to your Magician reading for 2020. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. We are kind of I'm starting this thing, doing a journey through the Zodiac. The first one was a Fool's Journey, about 4 weeks ago, I think. I realized I might have to do this about every 2 weeks just to be able to get through the Zodiac, or the major arcana and the tarot in a calendar year, so that's my goal anyway. Other than that, everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, including the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to True Love Tarot. Love and support to her. Check her out and show her some love. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life, as well as this could resonate as yours or your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right, Pisces, what do we got here? Pisces. Okay. Page of Pentacles. The Fool, that could be Gemini, Aries, or Virgo. The Star. Nine of Pentacles. Nice. Four of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Ooh. We are once removed, or you're keeping people at arm's length. All right. Okay, so is there a sense of shame here? What's this shame? What's going on there? For some of you, consider that you're wanting a start to a new relationship to kind of get you to stop feeling or thinking about a past relationship, or trying to outrun the sadness or shame you feel from this. For some of you, I'm not saying for everybody, but there's a sense of wanting this new relationship to kind of heal or restore, and that's entirely realistic and no judgment, no shame. I'm cold. I'm going to put on my sweater. But, let's see. Pardon me. It's like on the surface everything looks good, but you're still kind of harboring some sadness, and there's something that someone said that really is affecting you. There's someone like made some kind of judgment or comment, or I know it's oddly specific, but there's something that is sticking out in your mind about a past very important connection that is wanting, like, it's like you're really wanting to get some distance from that and create a new and have everything be fresh and start over, because you don't want it to be true. It hurt you deeply at one point, or it affected you deeply. It really kind of stuck with you, and you're just, so there's that, right? Okay, let's get into the reading. That's just kind of a little rabbit hole went down. Okay, all right, what's this Fool about? Gemini, Virgo, or Aries, Aquarius. Okay. This Fool about? The Hermit. Okay. Yep, there's that keeping everything at arm's length. And okay, what's this Star about? It feels like you're kind of, are you holding out for that relationship? Because you're kind of keeping everybody else at arm's length. There's trust issues here. There's trust issues. All right, what's this Nine of Pentacles? So it's like you want this new beginning, but then it comes along and you're like, whoa, wait, we need to slow down because we got trust issues. There's the Five. There it is. Okay. Okay, so this is you still. So you got something new coming in, but you're being very prudent. Nothing wrong with that. I think you're still kind of dealing with the sadness and disappointment from the past, and it's to the point where you want something new, and then when it shows up, you're not sure if you want that, because you don't want to get hurt again. Okay, what's this Four of Cups about? This Four of Cups. Ace of Cups. Okay. What's this for? Pentacles. Two of Wands. All right. This, you forget yourself, Pisces. You're pretty darn good about being able to see things in context or be pretty fluid with things, and yet you're kind of stuck in this situation here. For the Pisces that I'm reading for, you're, by all accounts, outwardly looking at you, you're back, you're on, you know, you're up and running again. Everything presumably looks like you're doing the things, and you're active, and you're social, and you're dating, everything, all systems are go, firing on all cylinders. But there's this underlying sadness or grief still, and you've been keeping people at arm's length because you still, there's still somebody pretty significant that you're thinking about. You're having new fun times with people you're dating. You're active, you're social, you're this, you're that, but you're still thinking about the one that got away, or that one that caused you that said whatever they said, or that you simply were in love with and it didn't work out, and it's still, you're still thinking about it. Nothing wrong with that. It happens. Everybody, I mean, that's it. So what is it though? Are you thinking about a new beginning with them? Are you still kind of, are you having a series of connections that only go so far to get yourself some distance and new experiences from this one relationship that was very important and pivotal to you? Nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, is that where you're at? Is that what this is? Because I think you're really wanting, there's this very private sense of you wanting to feel like everything is back to normal and fine and is going to be fine. No more surprises, no more heartbreak, sadness, setbacks, anything, that things are going to be okay from here on out. And the reality is that only you can provide that. And it's going to be after you process this grief, which you are. You just might be a little frustrated with how long it's taking. Keep in mind that it could be that you kind of are at the point where you're just missing the person. Like it's kind of a habit to think about them for some of you. Okay, what's this Three of Pentacles about? Oh, what's the Three of Pentacles about? The Star card. The Star card twice. Look at you working towards that goal. You're getting there. It's just you'd like it to happen quicker. I think you just want this to be behind you, and it's not happening fast enough. It could be you're impatient. That's unheard of, right? But you're pretty fluid with it. For the Pisces I'm reading for, you have this uncanny ability, obviously, Pisces, fluid, freedom, swimming around, to be fluid and to be flexible and all that. It's just, this is taking a little longer than you'd like. I think there's kind of this like frustration with like, okay, I want to just be free and clear of this once and for all. And some of you might be thinking that the right relationship will bring you that sense of security and stability and bring you that clarity, and you'll stop thinking about your person, that or just that perfect relationship in general. But you are the one in charge of that and providing that for yourself. So your energy, your magician output, your magician energy for 2020 is you becoming very self-sufficient. And that's not implying that you're kind of really, needy and insufficient now or anything like that. It's just your focus will shift. For those of you that are impatient, for you, kind of waiting on this situation to resolve. It's not like you want the person back, or that you want, because that wouldn't fix this either, but it's going to shift. It's going to break loose. This is going to lose its hold on you. But for now, you're still kind of processing something. This person was pretty pivotal for you, or just the whole experience was pretty pivotal. And it's almost like there's this sense of, it was so good at one point, but then it devolved and what it turned into. And I think it just got really heavy, and it's been really hard for you to shake that, because part of you thinks that what they said about you or how they treated you, you either deserved or it was true what they said about you. There's shame. There's a sense of shame here. And I think that's why there's this wanting to start a new or have a new relationship, and a series of them to get you more experience, to put the weight of that shame or the weight of what happened into perspective. And because really what you're after is this sense of security and peace within yourself, and having that perspective and being able to look at it without this heaviness. And you're working through it. You'll get there. You're just probably impatient for it. You're doing everything right. If you're feeling like, why are you're doing everything right, it's just taking longer than you want. That's all it is. So 2020 is about you moving through that and continuing to move through that, and slowly but surely coming back online and being self-sufficient and doing your own thing and not needing, and you don't need a relationship. This one was pretty darn important, and it, in hindsight, it provided a lot of structure to who you were. And I mean, you're fine with structure on your own. You're fine with your own life. You're fine. But there was a fit here, and you miss it. And you're moving through the grief. It's just, you're probably impatient. But nothing, we got 3s and 4s here. We got a new beginning. This is you starting to come back, kind of coming back online, kind of halfway there. So you're doing everything right. There's nothing you need to reposition or reinvest your energy over here. Can I just say that you're the only reading like that? Everything else is like, okay, let's shift your energy from this to over here and make it more, beneficial for you. You're doing everything right here. It's just going to take time. I think you've got something new, though, that's kind of scaring you, and you need to give it a chance. Just saying, there's something you're keeping, and because you have been keeping people at arm's length, any new relationships, and there's been potentials, and there's been relationships, but nothing gets past a certain point for you. You got one coming up, though, that's got potential, and I think you're afraid. It's fine. But for the Pisces that I'm reading for, I think the reason why you're kind of revisiting this shame or this fear or this sadness is because this is the first significant possibility in a long time. And so there's a bit of like, let's just take it slow. I need to think about this because you don't want to get hurt again. Underneath that, though, there's some fear. Just saying. Again, normal. What else for Pisces? Pisces. And there it is. There's that fear. Pisces or Cancerian. This could be, but there's that fear. Terrified. For some reason, this is terrified. But yeah, we got the arm's length here. This showed up in Scorpio's reading. The not in the same position, but I mean, the Hermit and the Moon. But in this reading, this is about you keeping things at arm's length because you don't want to go past a certain point, because you, again, with the shame, for some of you, this is about you don't really want to look at what's going on, because what if what that person said about you or the way they treated you, you actually deserve it? What if you are a jerk? What if you were this? You're not. You just don't want to get hurt again. This could be not wanting to go too deep with someone, and yet there's a potential for it because you don't want to get hurt. What else for Pisces? I think also, too, this is, like I said, this is the first significant possibility for you for a meaningful relationship in a long time. And there's like, oh my God. Yeah. Suck it up, buttercup. This is happening. Don't push it away. There's potential here. And there's a Hermit. So we got the Hermit twice. Okay. For the Pisces I'm reading for, you could have a tendency to kind of, rush in, and if it's fine on the first day, you just have this optimism and faith that it's going to be fine every day after that we're good. And there's a call here to move a little slower, to not invest early and upfront. This is about keeping your priorities and kind of letting that keeping people at arm's length work for you. The irony is that this person, this has potential, but it's like you're now more than ever, you're like, oh no, but this one actually you could kind of give a little, but maybe it's that you have two speeds, either all or nothing. And so we're, erring on the side of caution and doing the nothing, but you don't want to push it away either. But this is about having a more practical approach to this new potential relationship, that there's something here. It's what you want. You're afraid of it. That'll pass with time. What else for Pisces? This is over the years. So this is like, wanting to pump the brakes at first and then easing into it. And slow and steady. What else for Pisces? Cancerian, are you still thinking about, okay. Hold on a minute here. What else for Pisces? Okay. The wheel. Okay. So you're still kind of holding on to that connection a little bit, and just shift that to what resources are you not thinking about that other person. Keeping someone arm's length kind of buys you time to still kind of attach or have that attachment to the past, because what's showing, honestly, there's past attachment here that you're still working through. Some of it's nostalgic and it's kind of a habit to think about this person, but there's also this underlying sadness and grief, and just it's made you not want to go past a certain point with people, and yet you've got something coming, or something that's transpiring as we speak that has potential, and you don't want to push that one away. So it's just about a practical approach to this potential connection that could be very, emotionally fulfilling for you. So this is having your best interest in mind first, and not kind of, being the emotional daredevil, or just, this emotional maverick and rushing in and doing all the things and making everything okay, and being just doing how you did before, which is things seemed probably really perfect, and you two just really connected on a deep level until you didn't, and that was devastating. And that's what you're trying to prevent here. And it probably was necessary for the past couple of times, but there's potential with this new, whatever either you just met or you're going to meet somebody, that this next one has potential, and you need to see the possibility in that this could be a very nurturing connection. Take it slow, give it time, but there's potential with this, whatever's coming up, or whoever you just met. So this rest of the year, honestly, your energy output, you're manifesting whatever you need to put your energy towards is yourself, and moderation with your behavior. Taking it slow, not being all or nothing, not rushing in, not just wanting to find that comfy, safe spot and be like, okay, we're good, we're secure, yeah, we're good. No, this is keeping yourself prioritized, self-care, self-focus, taking care of yourself, boundaries, taking it slow, and moderation. You can have this relationship, but it's with a focus of yourself and how am I doing, where am I at in mind. Because the last thing you want to do for the Pisces I'm reading for is get out way beyond this and just already have, the caterer picked out and the names, or just to go 100 miles an hour by week 5. Gotta enjoy it. Gotta take some time. Give yourself some time. Form that connection that's based on mutual understanding and possibility and respect and falling in love, not just being in love. It's like that. Enjoy the process. You have a chance. This is like your do-over. This is somebody that for the first time in a while, you kind of felt like there could be something there. And again, it freaks you out at first, but as you move through the year, with your best interest in mind, with boundaries, with you knowing your limits and your thresholds, and oh, maybe that's not a good idea after only 3 days of knowing a person or whatever. In time, you'll be able to, for one thing, re-imprint that bad experience or how it devolved and how crushing that was, but also to a lot of potential here to have that connection that you want, that deep, soulful, meaningful connection that is the possibilities. Like, it could really turn that past situation around. I mean, this is great potential here. Kind of coming out of the ashes, you know what I mean? Because it starts off as this fear and this sadness and this shame and pain, still working through it, keeping everybody arm's length, and that gets transmuted over time with you shifting the focus and energy to boundaries for yourself, knowing yourself well enough to know, like, okay, I got to go home by this time because I need to, do work tomorrow. I need to not be here when I wake up. I want my own time, my own space, need to take things slow, whatever. But it's like you get to re-imprint or do it differently, and look at the potential here. 10 of Pentacles, the Star card, the Wheel, Queen of Cups, the Star, Ace of Cups. I mean, this, it's all there. It's happening, but it's going to take time, and you have to give yourself time. You have to not be so impatient with yourself. You're doing everything right. It's just going to take time. That's all. Yay, you. Yay, you, because some of these are really heavy. Yay. Okay. Thank you for stopping by, Pisces. I hope this was helpful. And honestly, this was really nice to read just because it's like you're doing everything right. You're just impatient. Give it a chance and don't shy away from it just because you're scared. This is going to take time. Take the time. You know how you circumvent being scared? Take it slow. At least in this case right here, because you'll be able to trust this person and build trust. This will get transmuted. Thoughtful action over time. Great potential. Yay. Okay. Oh, shucks. I didn't even do the thing. Okay. Oh, look at that. I'm going on and on. I still got a couple cards to draw. Okay, what else for Pisces? What's for Pisces? Heh. You see clearly now. Yes, no more of this fear and confusion at first, but this is you moving through that and throughout the course of the year and knowing thyself, knowing yourself, seeing things clearly, shifting the focus from securing a relationship to make you okay to you doing that for yourself because you understand yourself. You're not afraid anymore. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to provide for yourself and do your own thing. Doesn't mean that's going to be that way forever unless you want it to be. But I mean, this is that past, whatever happened in the past does not condemn you for the future. It's a lesson, not a life sentence. You know what I mean? What else for Pisces? Yay for understanding. Oh, the Star card. Star, star, star. Oh, yay. This could be Aquarius. Yay. 3 stars and 1 reading. Whew. Pisces. Get it. This is the year. Oh my gosh. That's great. I like that because there's this fear and then there's all this hope. You'll see. That's for Pisces. Almost don't want to do anything further, but I mean, with 3 star cards, come on, you can throw a dumpster fire in here and you still be fine. What else for Pisces? Oh, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I thought that was a 10 for a second. I was like, no kidding. Okay, 8 of Pentacles, yay. And then, isn't that funny how it landed perfectly sideways, in between, halfway there, halfway there. 5 of Pentacles reversed, because I always turn it clockwise whenever it's halfway like that. So 8 of Pentacles, doing the work, working on things, figuring things out, transmuting this fear, not shying away from it, working on it to see clearly. And 3 star cards, yeah. And this disconnect and this sadness, where was it? Didn't we have a 5 of Pentacles? I thought we had, we had a 5 of Cups. Is transmuted. This is you working through the grief and the sadness and coming out the other side of it with hope. and accepting and forgiving yourself, and not being ashamed anymore, moving through this shame and grief cycle. You're doing everything right. It's just going to take time. It's like you want to just feel secure and all that, and be over here 9 months down the road. It's like, no, you gotta go through it. But 3-star cards, forget about it. You are just fine. Okay, all right. So that's for the whole year 2020. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Thank you for stopping by. I'm very glad for the hope here. This is because sometimes these can get heavy and sad, and it's like, yay, there's hope, and you're doing everything right, and it just takes time, and you're good. You're just okay. Hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.